Good evening, everybody. How are we? Angie G, first one off the mark. Well done. Hello. Sorry, you will have to excuse me tonight if I sound a little bit strange. It's because I have a raging cold. I have a sore throat, so I'm soldiering on, as you do. Hello, Ivy. How are you? Again, I honestly, I didn't know whether I'd be able to make it tonight doing this live, but hey, got to do it. And I did promise you, so I'll crack on. I can, you know, when you've got a cold and you can only hear in one ear. I got that thing going on. You know, if you blow your nose too hard and it kind of pops and you can't hear anything. That's me at the moment. Sabine's here. Hi, Sabine. Yes, so I'm kind of dosing myself up with all kinds of legal, like paracetamols and ibuprofen and all the things that you can take. Vitamin C, you know. So, hi, Early. Yeah, so I am not feeling the best tonight. 1 minute I'm really cold, the next minute I'm really hot. So, sounds like the menopause. Menopause, yeah. Maybe it is the manopause. But yeah, I'm going through those hot and cold things. We'll get through this evening. Hi, Brenda. You finally made it, yeah. And I'm as sick as, well, I'm not sick as a pig, but I'm not very well tonight. So I'm going to do my best. It'll be a bit, if you've watched last week, it will be a slight continuation of finishing off some of the things I made last week. And then I will try and endeavour to do something else as well. Hi, Sue. So, as I say, not feeling the best, but we'll crack on. It's just great to see everybody here tonight again. It's great, as always. What's everybody been up to today? Any news? Let me know if you've heard something exciting going on in the world. In the crafting world, maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of, sometimes I'm in a little bit of a bubble here, so I don't know. My finger's not exactly on the pulse with lots of things going on in the craft world, so if you know something that I don't, let me know. Yeah, excuse me. If I feel a little bit congested and a little bit snotty and nasally, I do apologise. I will try and keep the sniffing and the nose blowing to a minimum, if I can. Yeah, so tonight, okay, we're going to continue kind of where we left off last week. Well, I say kind of continue. I made these two backgrounds last week. Now, I really haven't had time to do anything with this one. What's Ivy? Oh, Ivy, you finished your big craft project this week. Making 50 magnets. Impressive. So are they to go onto fridges then? I presume they're kind of like fridge magnets, are they? Go on fridges? Are they like in those like plastic kind of coverings over the top? I don't know how you do it. Oh, we have Olga from Brooklyn, New York. Oh, you're in work as well. Shh, I won't say. Yeah, so yeah. Do people in Brooklyn have a Brooklyn accent? Is that a very Brooklyn accent? I don't know. Oh, I was doing a craft swap. You have to send 50. Wow, impressive. Impressive. You people are doing far more than I am at the moment. I am kind of in between designing, blowing my nose, and doing this live tonight. So yeah, it's very hard to do all things at the same time. So where were we? So I will finish this one off tonight because this one kind of requires me to like use. I'm going to use one of the characters. I've got an idea for one of the characters with this one. So this one is going to get put to the side, and we'll come back to that possibly next week. So I'm going to finish this one off. And this is the one I did last week. Really It was a nice little project to create. It wasn't complicated. What am I looking for? Good question. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. I'm not thinking straight. I've got it here in one ear, and I'm trying to listen to myself as well at the same time. Okay. So this is what we kind of created. You watched me doing last week. Again, it's kind of dry and kind of pretty much finished now. It's got texture paste on there as well. Some sprays. Again, nice. It's a nice little background there, but we'll finish that off. So I'm just reading all the cool comments. Oh, Olga saying yes. Oh, it must be a very distinct. I think, does Brooklyn have a very distinct accent? It's all the kind of the movies that I always see on TV, and the Brooklyn one always seems to stand out as a really cool accent. I do like that accent. It's cool. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a few bits. I'll finish this off, and then we'll move on to creating something else. Now with this one, I kind of had autumnal vibes in my head. So I managed to, out my stash of bits, I managed to grab myself a leaf. Now this is, if you don't have this one, this is from a fantastic set called Erica's Maple. Please do check it out. It possibly on the VI website, on the Visible Image, or maybe on the Hobby Maker website. It's going to be on there. It's called Erica's Maple. It's a great stamp set. Different size leaves. Really cool. And I don't know whether I told you the story before, why it's called Erica's Maple. It was named after a dear friend of ours who sadly passed away, and she was Canadian. So yeah, it's one of those stamp sets that I really like. And there is also a matching stencil that goes with that as well, so you can kind of like stamp it, use the stencil to put color through it, all those kinds of things. Really cool. I like that. So Nicola's here as well. Hi, Nicola. So I'm impressed I can't make 2 of a thing, let alone 50. No, yeah, exactly. I know. You know, hats off, and hats off to Ivy for managing to do all those. So let's get back to this one. So again, this is a great set. So this was like in my, I'd stamped it at some point and I'd cut it out. So I thought I'd use it, and it kind of goes. That's going to be a nice colour that will go with that. So I'm going to quickly make this up. I'm going to finish up a little bit colouring in on this. Just do the surround. And I've also got a sentiment. Now the sentiment that I'm going to use is this one here, which I've already stamped and embossed in gold. I'm grateful for every day. Now that comes from this set, which is called Affirmations. Again, it's a great set. This is loads of really cool sentiments on there. You know, it's the kind of thing that you need. You know, it's one of those sets that you kind of come back to again and again. There's always lots of really cool sentiments on this one. Positive thoughts create positive things, like that one. Be content with the here and now. Happiness is found within, like that. And believe in your dreams. Laughter is contagious. Yeah, but I am grateful for every day. I like that one because I'm kind of thinking autumn leaves, kind of autumnal colours, and I kind of in the background I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Good question. I'm just thinking autumn. That's what I'm thinking. I can't, you know, apologise. I can't think. My head's all really fuzzy tonight. Maybe it's the cold, or maybe it's the or the paracetamol and the other things that I'm taking just to try and get rid of this cold. Ellie's saying that's one of her favourites as well. Yeah, I know it is cool, isn't it? I love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, I will have to do something else. I do like leaves. And oh, thank you, Olga. Yeah, the numbers you see is, again, this is a really cool stencil, great stencil. So if you were here last week, you may have seen that stencil. Do I have it in hand? Yes, I do. Again, it's a very detailed stencil as well. So again, you can do anything you want with it. I mean, obviously, you know, great for birthdays or those special occasions, anything with numbers in, but hey, it works well on all kinds of different things as well. It just works. It's got that texture that you're after. So, oh, there was a slight sniff there. First sniff of the evening. Excuse me. Right. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm just going to get my glasses on, and I'm going to get just my blending tool and I'm going to use some black, I think, just to go around the edge of this card. I just want the black edges to become a bit darker so that everything inside becomes a bit more vibrant. So I'm just going to go around that quickly. Again, you don't have to do this, but we're just going to go around there. Just make that a little bit darker because I think that'll look really cool. I'm really pleased that, you know, it's nice to be able to see people, you know, all the time joining me. I know there's lots of things going on at the moment in the craft industry, especially in the UK, with there currently only being one TV craft channel. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe you don't watch craft TV. A lot of people do in the UK. And so, kind of everything's, you know, I think it's an exciting time as well. You know, I think in terms of, you know, crafting in general, everything's kind of, I can see things kind of fragmenting and you know, splitting up into smaller sections. And kind of like becoming like the old days of crafting, where I can see like craft shows becoming big again. That's my thoughts. Craft shows could become big again. It's where you get to meet everybody more. I think it could be an exciting time as well. So it's all very interesting time in the craft industry. Trying to clean up after me. Okay. So again, we have this a little bit darker there now, which is a lot better. Oops. Let's go there. Right. So I'm going to get card blank, and I'm just going to. I think I'm going to stick that down. So get my trusty gun. So as you know, this is my Scotch 80G gun. One of my favourite tools of all time. I don't know where I'd be without it. What's everybody else's number one craft tool then? The one thing that they cannot be without, and you know, that kind of the craft tool that if you can't find it on your desk, you're going to stop. Everything stops until you actually find it again. What is that tool? Let me know. Do you know, Brenda? I absolutely loved it as well. I do miss meeting people as well. Talking of shows, who's going to the NEC? That's obviously some people. Olga in Brooklyn, you're not going to the NEC, I'm sure. It's in Birmingham, UK. It's like a craft show. So it's on, when is it now? End of the month. End of it starts Halloween, I think. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you're going, you may see me there. I'm definitely going. I don't know whether you go, Brenda, but it's yeah, it's. I haven't been. When was the last time I went? I think it was beginning of the year I went. So I'm going again now in October. Great to. So if you're around and you want to bump into me, then please say hello. I think I'm going to do a few demonstrations. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I do miss those. I do miss the visible image stand. I do miss doing those. I don't miss the creating the stand and packing it out and taking it back home. I don't miss that. I do miss meeting everybody. That was absolutely amazing. Can't see without my glasses gone. Where are we? Right. So, oops. So we've got this on a standard black background, and we're just going to work out where this is going to go. So in the center if I can. Okay. Oh, Brenda, that's amazing that you're going, but that's also bad because I'm not going to the Friday. I know. So that means our paths will probably be like that. So I'm going on. I've been allocated a slot on the Friday. I'm doing some demonstrations on the Friday. So unless you're going on the Friday as well, I'm not going to see you. But mate, because you live kind of close-ish, don't you, to the NEC? Yeah. Oh, Nicola, I love my We Are Memory Keepers layered guides. Okay, what are they? What are layered guides, Nicola? I'm not sure what they are. Are they for your mats and layers? Is that how you do yours? I don't know. I tell you what, We Are Memory Keepers tool I do like, and I use all the time, is this one. I've had this a long time, many years. This must be about, I don't know, going to be about 10, 15 years old maybe. But yeah, I do like this tool. I don't even know if they do it in this colour anymore. Don't know whether they do. So I tell you what I have got as well is one of those or two of those, but the corner chompers, I think they're called. Corner chompers? I think they're called corner chompers. So, right, where were we? We were here. Okay, so I've got my sentiment and I've got my leaf as well, Erica's maple. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get some glue and I'm going to glue these down and then we can create something else tonight. Oh, did not want to do that. Drop my remote control. That's fine. We'll live with it. Right. So I've got some glue here and I'll just put some more glue on this. Right. Okay. I mean, you can have it any way up you would like it, but I like it going down. I like it coming down there. That's nice. I like that. I think that kind of works. And the sentiment. We'll put some more silicone glue on that. Must remind myself to buy some more. Getting low now. I don't even know who's at the actual show, Brenda. I will have to check out the exhibitors. I don't know who's there. So might pick up myself some extra products. Who knows? I will have to check out the list. So now, as you can probably see, I kind of like it just overhanging the sentiment just ever so slightly there, and we've got that kind of dimension thing going on there as well. So there, that's a nice little card. That wasn't too difficult to do. If you've missed this part last week, do check out last week's YouTube. It will be on there. Again, you know, this is very easy, but I thought that would be a nice way to just quickly finish that card off. All right, okay. So is that how you, Nicola? I'm just wondering, is that how you do your mats and layers? Because I personally, I do everything by eye. I must admit, except for I'm measuring this part, but the inner parts I kind of just go by eye. I never. I just don't have. I don't have the time to measure every single bit, and I never get it perfect either. Sabine saying, I don't have a favourite tool, okay, but my favourite glue is magic glue, okay. Right. It never clogs and is the perfect... Who does that, Sabine? I am interested. Magic glue. How magical is it? I am interested in who makes it. I would like to know. And Olga's saying, love it, but what's precision glue press? Even though held off and blocked. What is a precision glue press? Is that where you put your products in? I don't know. Brenda, if you live in Solihull, you can come both days. I don't know. Does parking get? Is it like a slide? Do you get like 2 for the price of 1 on parking or entrance fee maybe? It's a shame that it's typical. You're going on the Thursday and I'm going on the Friday. Of course, I have to wait and see. You never know. In a few days that may change, but at the moment I'm penciled in for Friday. Oh, Nicola, that's annoying. Whereabouts do you live, Nicola? I can't remember anything. Right. So we have this one done. Let's make something else, shall we? Kind of quickish. Right. Because I'm not feeling 100% and I don't want my nose will be running into my projects if I'm not careful. So, let's have a look. Oh, okay, right. What we'll do, a tag, although this is I've used this piece for a mop-up, so I'm gonna put some texture paste through this. Move that out of the way now, that's done. And what else I'm gonna do to this one? So, I'm gonna put some texture paste through this and through a stencil. Which stencil I'm gonna use? Good one. I'm going to use, we're going to do a vintagey Christmas kind of tag, I think. So again, I'm not, this colour is not one I'm going to be using. It's going to be coloured and I'm just going to be using it to demonstrate how it works through the stencil at the moment. The only reason being is because I've got one, I've already got dried the paste, instead of you having to wait and watch me doing it. I know Brenda parking I do not like driving. I don't like parking at the NEC. I must admit, not my favourite. I probably go on the train, but I'm sure that the train costs these days are absolutely ridiculous. Right, so let's get some texture paste. Okay, so I'm going to use some good old texture paste. I don't even think they do this one anymore, but it's gold. It's gold texture paste. It's in my stash of 1,000 stashes. It's pulled out, and it's still. You know what? I don't know how old this actually is, but it's still pretty good. And considering some texture pastes that you buy and they don't last 5 minutes, this has got to be about, I don't know, at least 10, 15 years old, maybe. I don't know. It's old because I don't know how last time Dreamweaver made. Embossing paste. I don't even think Dreamweaver exists anymore. So we've got our stencil, and I like this one because you've got not only this kind of like old script writing. I mean, it's good for Christmas, but again, if you want to put anything over the top there, it's good for any occasion. And I like having those extra crackles on there as well. So I'm just going to place this over here, and I'm going to sit down whilst I do this, since I feel a little bit shaky as well. You're going to a wedding on Friday. Nice one. That's good. Right. So I'm just going to put some paste through this. Now, weirdly enough, this paste, do you know what? I wish I could get more of this because this is one of my favourite gold pastes. It goes on kind of creamy, whitey. It doesn't look gold when it comes on. It looks like a kind of like a brownie colour. But rest assured, when it's dry, it will be gold. I don't know how this works. I mean, inside, it's really strange. It's just like a kind of creaminess there. But when it's dry, it does look fantastic. So I'm just going to take that off. Okay. So again, we've got this gorgeous kind of text going on there. I'm going to clean this as well at the same time, because I am a nightmare for not cleaning my stencils. And so what's happened with the NEC? The tube says Kamaban. Oh, Kamaban magic. Right, that sounds really good. Sorry, I'm reading about three. I'm in 3 different conversations at the same time. So, are you going to the NEC, Ivy? Is that what's happening? Are you coming? I'm going on the Friday. So if you're happen to be there on the Friday, then I shall be on the Hobby Maker stand. I don't know whether it's a Hobby Maker or it's going to be called Gemporia stand. I don't know. I think it's either Hobby. It could be Gemporia, which has got Hobby Maker, Sewing Street. I'm sure it'll be a great stand. So I'm going to be there as well. Only on the Friday. Look at me cleaning my stencil. Well done me. Right, so let's have a look at this now. Now this, I'll just clean this. So let me just get my camera. Now as you can see, it's kind of like a creamy kind of like tan colour at the moment, and you would not think that will go gold, but it does. So here is one that I've done earlier on, only because I can't wait for this one to dry. So this is what happens when it dries. It becomes metallic, and it looks. Let's just catch that in the light. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. How cool is that? That looks really, really nice. So I love that. So again, I'll just let this one dry. It probably takes about an hour to dry fully. But again, I don't know how that works. Changes from that to that. I don't understand the science behind it, but that I think is a great. In fact, if you can find me, if anyone knows of a great texture paste that comes out kind of gold like that, let me know. Yeah, I'm in the market for some more because I'm running out of gold texture paste, and I do like gold texture paste. That, Ivy's not going at all. Sorry, Ivy. Yeah, I am full up with the flu, I'm afraid, Sabine. I feel really kind of a bit snotty at the moment. Do you know what though? You'll never guess. You'll never guess who gave it to me. Helen. She gave me. She was incredibly ill. She had the sorest throat and the cold in your entire world. She was like swallowing razor blades. It was that painful. We had to go to we had to go and get some penicillin for her. So yeah, she was really, really ill, and so I kind of like dodged the bullet for a bit. But now I seem to have kind of caught the tail end of it, so that's life, I suppose. I don't think I'm as bad as what Helen was, though. So there we go. So that is it when it's dried and it's gold and it's very touchy-feely. I do like that sound. Okay, so we need to add something to this now. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a little bit of colours to it, and I've got some inks here. We've got, what have we got? We have some vintage photo, we have antique linen. What are the colours we've got there? Ooh, might use a little bit of fossilised amber there. Tea dye. I think I might use tea dye more than that antique linen. We'll see about that now. yeah, and we'll see how we get on with those. We're kind of going for that kind of vintagey feel. The other thing I want to say is that the other stamp set that I'm using tonight is, what's the other stamp set? I've got the packages. I put the packaging somewhere safe and I put it down. And do you think I can find it? Nope. Right. So what else I'm going to do? Is it here? Nope. So I am going to use, if we can ever find the packaging for that one. Here we go. I'm also going to use another favourite stamp set of mine, which is Vintage Santa. Again, great set, absolutely fantastic. You've got 2 Santa heads there, a large one and a small one. Great if you're doing big tags, small tags, cards, whatever you want. You've got the season's greetings down there as well. You've got Christmas, and then you can have Merry Christmas with it, or Happy Christmas if you're that way inclined. Whichever way you prefer to say it, it's there. So really, really nice set. I love that one. And they're quite big as well. So there we go. So you can see, oops, turn that over. You can see how big they are. So they look really, really cool. Do like that. So the only thing I've done is, and they do come with dies as well. So they have matching dies for this. So it saves you having to cut him out. So I've already stamped him and I've cut him out just to save myself a little bit of time. And I stamped him, I didn't stamp him in black either. What I actually did was I used, I used some VersaFine Clair Acorn colour. Oh, Brenda, will anybody be selling the products at the show? I do not think they will. I know, it's strange, and it's, yeah. I don't think so. It's not impossible. I will have a word. I'm not sure that they will. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to be selling there or selling anything there. I'm not really sure what's going on. So I don't know. At the moment, I don't know. I'll let you know. Ivy has got tickets to watch Bruce Springsteen. Wow. My husband's Christmas present. Nice. Is that my husband's Christmas present? Was that the Christmas present to you, or your husband's Christmas present? It was his present. Do you know what? He probably sounds exactly the same as he did like 20 years ago, Bruce. Crikey, yeah. I do remember buying my very first Bruce Springsteen album back in the 80s. I'm sure it was Born in the USA. Iconic album cover. Show my age now. I'm not sure what age that was. Definitely win-win. So it's Bruce and is it the E Street Band? Who's supporting him, Nicola? Do you know? Right. I'll chat and I'll try and get this card finished as well. I promise Helen, because I'm not feeling too good, that I wouldn't take forever. And yeah, I'm taking forever. So let me just see what colour this. I'm not sure this antique linen is going to be a bit too pale. Probably. Oh, it is a little bit, but I'm using the same blending brush, blending tool. I'm just going to quickly go over that with this colour. Yeah, that's it. Has anybody bought anything really cool crafting supplies lately? Do you know what? I was looking at the other night. I need to buy myself a new kind of craft. What do you call them? Sorry, let me just go to the other camera. You might be able to see my head now. Sorry, I'm sat down now. So let me just change this camera a touch. So go down. Is that better? You can see all my junk now in my shelves, and the camera's gone a bit weird. Right, so look. Okay. Loads of baby wipes. So yeah, I've forgotten what we're talking about now. It's gone. It's gone. That's the coal. That's the coal for you. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Oh, right, okay. Sorry, just smashes out for hours. That's a good one. Yeah, excellent. I do like Bruce. Bruce. It's a bit like you know, Bruce and Bon Jovi back in the day. I know they had a support, but when they used to be on stage, they used to be on stage for a long time. Yeah, and what a concert. Back in the day, I'm not so sure these days with his voice and everything anymore. I know he's had like surgery and everything, but back in the day, wow, amazing. So we're kind of vintaging this up a little bit now. So I've used some tea dye, antique linen. I'm going through those colours now just because. Do I want a little bit of, I don't know whether, oh yeah. Just to warm that up, I think, a touch. So I'm using a little bit of fossilised amber here. Just to give it a little bit of warmth before I add my darker colour. So I've got a little bit of vintage photo next. Again, we're not being too careful with this. I still want that text to come through as well. And I think I'm going to finish. I've got walnut stain to finish. I think. I know I'm bad. I'm using the same tool for all those colours. Shocking. So I'm just going to go in. It's going to be a lot of a darker colour that is. So a bit more careful where we place this. Just a little bit more. So that we're kind of done with that part of it. Now we do need to colour this character in as well. Now what I will do is I'm just going to get a tissue. And we will just so that we keep that shininess there on that. Cool. I might sprinkle that with a little bit of water. We'll see about that in a second. Let's just put this to one side, and I will darken up those edges as well. So I'm going to go back in now with my tool, and what I'm going to do is, I was just reading the comments there. So I've got that Vine LP, right, born in the USA. No, 3 hours. To see 3 hours is amazing, isn't it? Do you know? I think I remember buying that on vinyl. I probably bought it on vinyl, then I bought it on cassette tape and probably CD at the same time a few years later. I don't even think I've got any now. Yeah, I'm sure Bon Jovi's going to do. I'm sure he's going to be touring again. I think I saw him. Crikey, maybe 95, possibly. I saw him in 95. He was on, what tour was he on? Keep the Faith tour. Brilliant album, and so I saw them then. And supporting Bon Jovi were Van Halen. Making me feel old now. Okay, right, so the tool, I've just lost my craft tool. Where is the tool? Right. So I'm going to give him a very light dusting of antique linen. Just wiping this tool a little bit. Make him a little bit aged looking. not being. I don't want white if possible, so that's fine. A little bit aged there. We can make that a little bit darker in a second. What I will want to do is I think I'm going to add. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more to that. Might add a little bit of tea dye on there, just to add a little bit darker. Oh, there's plenty. That is. It's good. Again, you just got to go around it and just do it, enough till you're happy. In terms of, adding that kind of Santa kind of colours to him, you can do that if you want to. We can do some highlights there. I'll get a pen. I think I need some red. Or what other colours do I have? Right, I'm just looking at my colours. Vintage holly. Vintage rose. I'm just looking at the colours that I've got. Something a bit different that I haven't used before. Aha. Right, I'm not sure what the... So I found this one in my stash of... I think it's called Vintage. It's a Cosmic Shimmer Vintage Ink Spray. So that sounds vintagey. It's gonna do what I want it to do. So we'll try that. I don't know what colour it's gonna come out like. I'm looking for a red, so I think that will be perfect. And I'm just gonna get a brush that I can use. So we're just gonna wet my brush, and I'm just gonna give my hat some colour. And if there's a kind of vintagey colour, that would be great when it's dry. Perfect. Yeah, it's a nice colour. Yeah, I know, but back in the Van Halen, it was like an all-day thing back in the 90s at Cardiff. So it was Van Halen, and then I say support. I mean, they were on first, and then it was Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi were the main act, but Van Halen were definitely the support act. I suppose maybe back in the kind of mid 90s they weren't as big as Jovi were. I don't know. Seemed to work well, I suppose. It was good. I'm not sure how Van Halen would sell out places these days. I mean, obviously they've got a core fan base. Sorry, I was just kind of declogging myself. Right, okay, that makes sense. So we've got that, and I might get a little bit of white. I'll find some white to use. Okay. So I'm going to use this one here, which is it's a great white, by the way. If you don't have this kind of white, it's good. It is bleed proof. It does get really thick. I probably don't look after it as I should, but it is a great white. Not like a shark, but it is great white. Right. Did I clean my brushing off, he says? I don't want red. Okay, white is what I want. So, just going to go in with that there. Now, the white, we're just going to add, in, keeping that vintage look still, but just adding a little bit of white there, washed out a little bit. Oops, too much water there. Let me get my tissue. Again, Always the same when you don't clean your brushes properly. Right, okay. Just dab that. Okay. And we just go back in there. I'm just going to add this kind of very white, it's like a white wash basically, just over here, just over the certain areas that I want a little bit more white than the kind of sepia kind of colours I've got. I mean, maybe you can, maybe you can't see that, but it's definitely there. We can just add. We can add to that afterwards, I think. Let's get this going, shall we? Right, what I will do at the moment is come back to that. I do like that colour going on there. That's kind of nice. That works with that, you see. That's going to look lovely. Again, very vintagey, very kind of in. I will kind of darken that up a little bit. So I think I'm going to get my vintage photo out. Vintage photo is a little bit of a warmer colour. Oops. Clean up, Mark. Right. There we go. Okay. Oops. Where have you all gone? Everyone's disappeared. Sorry, bear with me a second. Sorry, I thought I'd lost you there. It was just I'd lost my my monitor. Okay. So we're just going to go around this with that vintage photo. Just to add a little bit more depth there. That's right. Okay, what I might do, I don't want to go around that again with my vintage photo. Again, sometimes you see a colour and you go, right, darker, Mark, darker is what you're wanting. Just to take that white off the edge there and a little bit more definition. And it goes with the rest of the colour, I'm thinking, so. Sorry, I sniffed there. I didn't mean to sniff. Right, yes, more is definitely more. Okay, so we've got that going on there now. Right, what I'm going to do next is I've got a black mat to go with this, so I'm going to stick this down. Just going to move that out of the way. I will kind of clear up after me, just a touch there. Okay. We're going to stick this down to this. Okay. Right, and I've already punched a hole in the centre, so in theory, oops, he says, got my tape going over the top of that hole there. I don't manage to do that, right. Okay. So just trying to line that up. Excuse me, my big fat head in the way there. Okay. So we've got that little bit, again, it really just set it off against the black. And if I just, light buff there as well, just so you can see that there. Look at that gold there, really does pop. It's a little bit like embossing powder, I suppose. So So I may, again, I'm going to probably go back in after we finish this live tonight and just touch up a few bits on that vintage Santa there, but nothing too much there because he's looking pretty good. So I'm going to stick him down. Now I've also taken one of the sentiments from that set, which is just going to be the season's greetings. So we're going to probably put that down there. Yeah, we're going to put that down there. So we'll do that first. Again, apologies that I may be kind of like doing this a little bit more rushed than I would normally on a Thursday, but I'm sure you can understand. My head is a little bit fuzzy at the moment, so I'm kind of doing my best. Right, okay. We'll just put that sentiment down there. Again, this is great. You know, I think I am gonna make my some really cool tags this year. For Christmas stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking of definitely doing my own. Whereas like last year, I just cheated and bought stuff where I really should be creating it myself now. So I think I'm going to do that this year. I'm going to make time just to send out those certain cards to certain people, friends and family, and do gift tags and things as well. So that'd be great. Makes all the difference. So just put this down here. Oh, hi Andy, thank you. I'm trying to. Right, and we're going to put this here. Again, once it's dry, I probably will go back in there and just maybe rosy up his cheeks a little bit. We'll probably do that afterwards. You know me, I'm a fiddler. I'll fiddle away with it afterwards just to get it right. I mean, you could have quite easily used the smaller one if you wanted to, the smaller. But I think I quite like the vintage Santa, the larger one. I think it looks absolutely great like that, because I like the slight overhang on his beard. I kind of like that, and it does look really, really cool. So just zoom in there so you can have a look at it again. Camera 2. So let me just hold this up for you so you can see a little bit better. Again, I am going to go back in. I'm going to add some colour to his beard. I will give him a little bit more rosy cheeks and a bit more colour to his face afterwards, but I'm not going to do that tonight now. But you kind of get the idea there. Again, it does, it's surprising how cool it looks when, the light catches it as well. So that looks really nice. And again, put a bit of ribbon in there and you've got yourself a fantastic looking tag. Very easy to make, nothing too complicated. But I think it's quite effective, so I hope you like that. Again, so you had this one tonight, and then also I finished off this from last week. So we put that there and that one there. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I like both of those. It's nice to be able to kind of do things that are different. That would be great for obviously an autumnal card. And I'm grateful for every day. That's kind of that kind of screams Thanksgiving to me. That's kind of Thanksgiving as well, isn't it? Not that we celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK, but I know my American friends do. So yeah, so I'm always conscious of that. So shall we go to the other camera and just say hello to everybody again? Camera 1. So let's go back again. Yeah, so again, thank you everybody for watching tonight. I know I am going to get myself, I know Brenda, I'm reading your comment, I'm going to get myself, I'm going to savour it because I've got some junk crap TV to watch. I say crap, it's not. It's just that kind of like not soap TV. I don't know what you call it, reality TV. I've got a program to watch for an hour. Then I'm going straight to bed. I'm going to have a lemon sip and some hot lemon there as well, and some honey. And I am going to get myself off to bed. Yeah, it's I kind of, most of my days been kind of like hot, cold, and sometimes when I'm standing it, you sometimes get those shakes like you haven't had enough sugar or something, but I know I have. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching again. I do appreciate this as per normal. Hopefully next week, well, I will be. Next week I'll be feeling better. So I'm just trying to work out what the date is in my head next Thursday. Is next Thursday Halloween? I can't. Let me know if it's. I'm trying to think of what date it is today. Is it Halloween next Thursday? I don't know whether it is. Anyway, I shall be here next Thursday, and then obviously I'm going to be at the NEC on Friday. No, because it's not. It's Thursday. Yeah, it is Halloween. Halloween's next Thursday, isn't it? Maybe I'll dress up. Who knows? No, I won't. I doubt it. So if you can't watch it next week because you're busy having a Halloween party, then that's fine. You're going off to Ivy. If you're going to order some gold texture paste, let me know what you get. You can't get that one, I'm sure, because they don't make it anymore. But let me know what you end up getting. Send me a message. I would love to know. Something cool, I'm sure. That's what I was going to... I went off on a tangent and I couldn't remember what I was going to say. I need to buy myself a big kind of toolbox on wheels where I can wheel all my products to and from places, because it's a bit of a nightmare for me at the moment. So one of those I think they call them cosmetic cases where they have them on a trolley with a handle. So I think I'm going to need to buy myself one of those to put all my craft products in when I'm going from A to B. That's what I'm on the lookout for next. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next week, hopefully without a stuffy nose and a cold, and I'll hopefully be 100% next week. So take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.